neurodivergent, a specifically neurodivergent specialist therapist that can explain to me what's going on, is they didn't know as much when I was growing up. So I just got treated like I was slow, whatever that means. I'm not slow. My brain is way faster than most people's. So, yeah, I got taken advantage of almost every single time. I don't know. There's something about dissociation that attracts more of what's causing it. So, in order to, I don't know, you just educate people. I'm just trying to educate people about dissociation and how to treat people. Just be kind. If you find yourself wanting to be mean, there's probably something you don't understand. You're probably just not understanding. Misunderstood. I've been misunderstood my entire life. And my experience has been that people just believe their assumptions. They only see what's on the outside. There's a whole person on the inside too. And for my, I don't know what the right word is, but the not reading social cues thing, my empathy sense is way overdeveloped to compensate, I think. This is my theory now, that I have it's almost like a superpower of empathy that I don't quite understand yet. The starting to learn it. Like, one of the things that's also common to OCD is seeing demons or things that are scary, seeing things that are scary, or even hearing things that are scary. Now, for me, when I would have, I guess, what would be considered an auditory hallucination, it was like with the car accident. I would hear the car accident happening while I was driving. So that was fun times. Or I would hear a baby crying. Baby crying has triggered me my whole life, and I never knew why. And stuff happened to me when I was a baby. But it's I'm just trying to educate people because I've been through atrocities, people. There's no... Yeah, I think a lot of women have one story, maybe. People, even. It's not just women. They'll have one story or two. No, I have many. I have a lifetime of stories, a lifetime of atrocities. People are sick. Children need to be protected. Women need to be protected. I was never protected. So I'm just trying to stop the cycle. Trying to stop the cycle. And I'm strong enough to do it, and smart enough. Fast enough. Once I learn what's going on, I know what to do about it. So the first step is learning. And I've learned these things. I'm trying to pass it on and help you guys. Help the rest of the world. So I know I'm more sensitive than most, but I can also, my brain does webbed thinking, so I look for patterns without even trying. My brain's constantly looking for patterns and trying to understand, and seeing patterns and making theories about patterns. That's just what my brain does. Uh, so I think, and on top of that, I can still remember what my perspective was like as a child. And that was something that boggled my mind that I learned from my therapist, is that adults forget what it's like to be a kid? Is this real? Can you guys, like, what? I need your help. There's only so much I can learn. And I don't know what other people see when I am dissociated. I only see their reactions or how they're treating me. I don't know why they're treating me like that. So maybe you guys can help me out. If any of you guys have ever, have I said anything weird to you? If you've met me in person, have I said something weird, or I mean, I literally record everything. If you tell me the word I used, words, I have my way with words. I love words. If you tell me the word I used, I will be able to explain to you what was going on. So if you can tell me, you can help me out in this way, help me learn myself, please, and maybe educate other people. I don't know. Let's work together here. If you can tell me the words I used that upset you or freaked you out, or I don't know. If I just said something weird, even just weird, I can explain it. Words have many nuances of meaning, and I used to study the dictionary, but that's not even half the battle. Knowing the word's definition in the dictionary doesn't help you if the word means something different in that person's mind. That's the definition I'm after. So that I can know how to communicate. I'm constantly just understanding, my brain's like a human translator. I have to learn a new language for every person that I talk to, because I don't understand social cues. So it's a lot of mental work, but my brain does it like this, and I don't realize that's why I'm exhausted sometimes. But I'm trying to help people out, and maybe you guys can help me out too, because I'm still learning. I'm always learning. I feel like I never know enough, even though I know there's way too much information. It's like an encyclopedia or a library or something in here. It's a lot. So I don't know what else to ask you guys. If I've said anything weird, there's always a reason for what I say. I don't speak unless I have something that I want to say, because I've gone through life too many times where people aren't listening and I kept talking. Well, now I notice if you're not listening, and I won't talk. I don't talk if I know I'm not being listened to. There's no point. Just a waste of my breath and a waste of my mental energy, which is limited sometimes. So, probably the first thing you should ask someone, I apologize when my brain moves too fast for my mouth sometimes, and just, my mouth can't not keep up, especially when I'm, I don't know, triggered or dissociated even. But it's, sorry, okay. The first thing you should ask someone that's acting weird, in your opinion, is if they feel safe. The other thing I wanted to mention is Maslow's hierarchy. What it takes for, I learned this in the context of children, the first thing, it's like a pyramid, it's a triangle. At the very bottom, like base level, feeling safe and secure, like what a child needs to feel secure, is what? Food, water, shelter, warmth, love. Love is one of those. But if you don't feel safe, if you don't feel secure, you can't do any of the higher functions. That's what you need for basic functioning, apparently. That's what humans need. So, like, with all our technologies and advancements, to not even have basic needs met for any human being on this planet is ridiculous. Flat out ridiculous. All of those things are basic human rights. If you don't have those things, or even one of those things, your life is torture. Life is torture. I didn't have something I needed as a baby. And I don't know, maybe it's an orphan thing. I don't know. There's just a lot going on. And to be honest, it probably started in the womb. Even from trauma in the womb, they're starting to link some of the autism and the neurodivergent stuff to cortisol while the brain is developing. So anywhere in between conception and about age 5 or 6, when that particular, like, reading social cues and things like that, social development can be impaired. So first and foremost, find out if the person feels safe. Period. You feel safe. Are you okay? Like, that's basic. Number one. If I'm having a flashback, if I'm having a panic attack, something like that, I just tell people, look, it's gonna look horrible. All I need is a hand to hold. I might even say some really mean things because that stuff comes back out when triggered. And it's not me, it's the me who is in that situation that's coming back mentally. So I don't know what I say or do. I can only ask other people to tell me, because no one's ever told me. No one's ever told me what they see. They just, like, run away or tell me I'm crazy, which, of course, makes it so much better. But yeah, just, if you're dealing with someone, if you're interacting with someone, realize that almost everyone has some level of PTSD now. And educate yourself about it so that you don't make it worse. Please. And if you guys can help me out, help me learn about myself. Tell me if I've done anything super weird. I'll try to explain. I've been open and honest. I have no secrets if you want to know. I'm not in the habit of sharing war stories with civilians necessarily, so I'll try to generalize. But I don't want to give other people nightmares. I don't want to share my nightmares with civilians, because my life is a war civilians can't handle. If, like, PTSD, even if it's just about you've got a thing about COVID or social anxiety now. That's okay. I have it on steroids. So I'm trying to help other people because I can describe. My brain actually records everything that's going on during all of that. So once I come out of it, I can go back and look through my experience of what happened, my recordings. I go back and read my memory and say, hey, yeah, I can explain that. You got it wrong and you made it worse. So just trying to help out other people with PTSD. And I'll try not to get too crazy with my descriptions because I really don't want to share my nightmares at all. No one, I don't know, a POW might understand. But people who have not experienced that level of suffering, or even people who haven't experienced torture. People who haven't experienced torture will not understand. So I'm just trying to help people understand and reduce some of the suffering for others. I wish I could reduce suffering for me. I'm trying to. I don't know. Seems like when things happen that young, it never goes away. So, body never forgets. So, that's my public service announcement about dissociation, lost time, autism, OCD, rape, fawning, and make yourself trauma informed before you hurt someone else. And please let me know how weird I am. I'll try to explain. All right. Love you guys. Whoa. Seriously. I know you guys don't know me that well, but I love everyone. I don't like everyone. I love everyone. I really do love you guys, even people who don't realize they're being abusive. So let's all help each other out if we can. All right? Talk to you guys again soon.